The video that you are about to see, I still cannot explain the events that unfolded over the course of the evening. This is easily one of the most terrifying and dangerous encounters I have absolutely ever had while out camping. The night started pretty peacefully as I hiked back to my campsite. We are getting close, and as you can see, it is significantly darker. But then, soon after that, I heard a scream, not too far from where I was. Just as I got the tent set up, I saw something staring at me from the trees. When I looked over here, I just saw some glowing eyes in the distance, like right in that area. And then there's no other way to explain it other than I was attacked as I lay in my tent. Like something put both of its hands into my chest and started pushing me into the ground. I know this is said a lot when people don't want to do something, but I mean this. There's absolutely no amount of money that you could pay me to stay another night in that place. Guys, welcome back to Cursed Urban. My name is Dan, and I will be your host for tonight's adventure. But guys, before we get into it, if you are new here, do me a gigantic favor. Hit that subscribe button, and remember, subscribing is a risk-free trial. So if you absolutely detest this channel, you hate it, you can always unsubscribe. But I don't think that will be the case, and I hope that won't be the case. But all the returning subscribers, all the members of the Cursed crew, do me a favor as well. Help out the channel by hitting that like button, hitting that share button, and leaving me a comment, letting me know that you're ready for tonight's video. Guys, we are in a very interesting forest. I found this place just the other day and found this area to camp at just the other day. It's off the beaten trail, and yeah, it's a very, very interesting area because it's all cleared out, and it looks like it's was meant for something at one point, or it currently is meant for something. But this entire forest is densely packed, but there's this cleared out area where I'm camping at tonight. Now, the forest that we are at is called the Forest of the Broken Neck. Very sinister name, and honestly, probably one of the most dangerous spots I have ever been at, if legend is to be believed. Back in, man, I don't have a year for you, but back, I kept thinking I saw like a shooting star, but it's just a plane. Apparently I'm blind. I think a plane is a shooting star. Anyways, I don't have a year from you, but back multiple decades ago, there was a series of accidents that happened to take place here, all leading with people having their necks broken. One person was found in a nearby river. They said he drowned, and then multiple people were found, hikers, campers, etc., were found around the forest dead by broken necks. Now, unfortunately, I can only find the record on one of these people, and their death was ruled accidental. It didn't say anything about a broken neck. It didn't even give a name, but the time frames did match up. Now, I don't know if this is all just a local urban legend or something that people came up with, but that is the rumors around this forest. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There has also been sightings of a large 8 to 9 foot tall creature that lives in here. And guess when the sightings peaked of this 8 to 9 foot tall creature? Back when all these people were disappearing and being found with broken necks. Coincidence? Probably not. Urban legend? Quite possibly so. But this creature is being described as, like I said, 8 to 9 feet tall. Some people say it has black fur. Some people say it has dark brown fur. With the face of a dog, long claws, and feet with long claws on it as well. but its kneecaps bend in, like bend backwards, like what kind of animal has it? It has like the reverse knees. So it's not like a dog. It doesn't have legs like a dog. It has like legs that bend backwards that it runs on, but it walks on 2 feet. Like runs and walks on 2 feet. So I don't know. The closest thing I could think of that fit the description of this cryptid is a dog man, but its legs definitely don't look like that from what has been reported. If you guys have any idea, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this one's a new one to me. But not only that, this forest is also home to tons of paranormal activity. So we don't see a dog man or whatever this thing is. Hopefully we find something interesting in that sector at least. And where we're camping at is on the east side of the lake, where supposedly all this stuff happens at. The west side of the lake is a lot more used, I guess, and the rumor is everybody avoids this area mainly, like all the locals and stuff, because of the legends here. So I don't know. I'm already set up though, but I will rewind the video right here to when I got here and everything that led up to this moment. So let's get into the investigation. And we are headed in. Ah, man. So I'm looking forward to tonight. This is a new location for me. So yeah, I don't know what it has to hold, what secrets this forest has to hold, but or what secrets this forest holds. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's almost nighttime. I'm kind of squeaking in here at the last moment before it gets dark, and I just wanted to get back to the campsite before it's completely dark. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to tonight. This is seriously like one of the most dangerous forests I've ever been to, hands down. If what is said about this place is to be believed, this is definitely one of the most dangerous places I've ever been to. So it should make for an interesting night. I just got to remember exactly where I turned off at before. And it was up here. It's still a little ways back because we definitely got out of the way of earshot from the highway. So I know it was a lot quieter. So yeah, it's definitely a little ways back here. But man, it's nice right now. It's nice because we're walking along the lake, or actually this would kind of be a little stream. And right now I'm getting bit by no mosquitoes. In 3 weeks, I'm going to be complaining up a storm about the clouds of mosquitoes that will have engulfed me, or that will engulf me. But as of right now, we got nothing. All right, I'm going to shut up because I know I have a little bit of a walk still. So I'm going to shut up and then I'll flip the camera back. I'm going to get closer to the campsite. All right, guys, we are getting close. And as you can see, I haven't messed with the camera settings at all right now. And as you can see, it is definitely significantly darker than the previous scene, but we're getting close to the campsite, or where I want to camp at, but I think I have to get the flashlight out now. Yeah, it's this way. Yeah, this is it. Yep, I definitely remember this trail. Not too much further now at all. So yeah, dude, I am looking forward to tonight. I think I've already been hearing a bunch of weird stuff. I heard sound like somebody talking in the forest, and I checked the map and there was like no trails that way. No trails, no parking. But it sounded like somebody talking in the forest. But like very faintly, like they were whispering to each other. Now, this place is still open for the day. It could definitely be hikers. It could definitely be, you know, other people here. There's thousands of rational explanations, but I just kind of wanted to mention it. Just in case that phenomenon was repeated tonight for any reason, but I don't know if it will be. But yeah, just something to make note of. So yeah, first I think I'm going to set up the tent and get situated because this bag is super heavy with my backpack and tent in it. And then we'll probably explore the area like right around here. Because what I read, everything east of the lake, which we are east of the lake, is a huge hot spot. That's where all these sightings have taken place. That's where, oh, rabbit just scared the living crap out of me. Oh man, I'm jumpy already. So the east side of the lake is where everything takes place at. Yeah, the sightings, the disappearances, the deaths, like, it's all over here. So this is a good spot. You know, you have an interesting hobby when you're like, oh yeah, that's lake is where people died at. I want to stay there. Like, you know, most people would be like, get me away from here. And yeah, as you can see, like, there is bike paths. Like right now I'm following a mountain bike path, but it's, you know, like I said, it's a mountain bike path. You can see that the trail is very thin. It's not very wide. And that means a lot of people don't hike here. You know, it's mainly just bikes. The other trails you'd see like are a lot wider than this because people hike there. And from my understanding, there's a reason why people don't hike here, and especially why they don't hike here at night. Also, I heard about there is an old campground somewhere in this area. I don't know where it is. It might actually be where I'm staying. I'm not sure. It's not marked, but after all these accidents, they closed it down. So something to bear in mind. So yeah, that's why, because they have an actual campground like with RVs and stuff like that on the west side of the lake, but on this east side they used to have a campground and now it's closed. But I don't know if we'll be able to find it or anything. That's not really my, you know, my objective to find it. But we're coming up on the camp spot right now. But as you're about to see, the camping spot we're about to stay at, it fits the description of an old camp spot from back in the day. So you'll see it here in just a few seconds. I think I'm coming up on it right after this little turn, right up here. So yeah. All right, guys. I just want to make note of something. We are at the camping spot, but the last 50 or 100 feet when I had the camera off, this area right here, I keep hearing a noise. It sounds like a hissing noise, like, not hissing, but if something was to expel like a lot of air stored up all at once. I heard it like 2 or 3 times coming from this area right here. I have no idea what it could be. Very weird though. It's like like that, like almost like if you detach a hose from an air compressor tank, but like the air coming out way slowly, like it was definitely something. But yeah, I'm wondering if this is a spot, because like you can see here, like this was definitely without a doubt, an old hiking path that went back in here. Now it's completely covered, but you can see like where no greens are growing and how it goes back in there. This is 100% old hiking path. Then over here is where we're going to be staying tonight. As you're about to see, this is a nice wide open area. Pretty much. I mean, it's got a tasteful amount of trees, but like I said, that's why I wonder if this place used to be, if this place was the old campground or not. It's because it's so wide. It's so like wide open, but it's purposefully wide open. Like, you know, the rest of this forest, there's trees everywhere, but like here, it's been cleared out. So we are going to be setting up the tent right here in this spot. Yeah, we're gonna set it up right here. Perfect area for it. Perfect size, perfect area for it. So I'm gonna do that right now, and then yeah, we'll get into it. All right, guys. So this is going to be our home for the evening. Yeah, I got my tent, sleeping bag in here. So we'll get that out. We'll get set up real quick. Well, as quick as we can anyways. My tent is a little bit of a mess from last time. Because I can never get this thing back in the bag correctly. It's always a pain. I mean, granted, I'm often too impatient to get it in the bag correctly, so I shouldn't be blaming the tent. I should be blaming myself. Huh. It's kind of loud back here with the traffic noise. Louder than I thought it was, but whatever. Nothing we can... Everything just fell out. Which I guess everything was going to come out anyways, but whatever. Yeah, louder than I thought it was, or remembered it, but nothing we can do about it now. I'm not going to go try and find another camping spot at this moment, so might as well deal with it. One thing I'm happy about is there is like no wind back here. It's a windless night, which is great. Great for filming anyways, because I don't have to fight the audio the entire time. It's one of the biggest pains. If you guys don't know much about filming, you're thinking about getting into it, making YouTube videos or whatever you feel like, be ready to battle the wind. It's the worst part about filming. The wind is just super annoying. But I got my invest in good quality dead cats. You wonder what a dead cat is? It's the little puffy thing on my microphone. Keeps the wind off, or it disperses the wind, breaks it up a little bit. So invest in good quality dead cats and make your life a lot more tolerable when trying to film in the wind. Oh man, all right. Another thing I'm glad about there's no wind, because I only got this little tent tonight. And I don't think it can handle too much. I don't think it can handle too much of the elements. My little $30 Ozark Trail tent from Walmart. There we go, part one complete. I was thinking about just leaving the rain flap off of it tonight, but I think there's like a slight chance we can get rain out here, so I think I'll just put it on just in case. I'll tell you one thing, I know I've said this before, but I love repeating myself over and over again. That's why I'm a YouTuber. But no matter how many times I stay out in the woods, how many times I do this, no matter what I bring with me, no matter who I bring with me, which actually isn't anybody on these camping adventures, camping out in the woods never gets any less creepy. Nope, never gets any less creepy. Well, knock on wood. This went a lot smoother than last time. Maybe it's because I actually picked a much wider space to set it up at than some confined little thing by a creek. Maybe that was it. Probably has nothing to do with it though. There we go. Tent is complete. Ready to be lived in. I just saw some glowing eyes. When I looked over here, I just saw some glowing eyes in the distance. Like right in that area. They were about... Where's my other light with the laser on it? They were about yay high. Back in that tree back here. I mean, definitely could be a raccoon climbing the tree, maybe a deer. But when I looked over there, I saw two eyes about 7 feet high, staring back at me. Okay, all right. I would say that is I would say that is a good start. That's what we're looking for, stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna throw the rest of my stuff in the tent, and then we'll start poking around out here. All right, guys. So we are all set up. You get my lights adjusted, and we're gonna wander out and around this area. We're gonna do some spirit talker, and we're gonna see if we get anything. Let me get this ISO bumped up to some unacceptable level. So we got quite a bit of area to explore. Just right here, not really leaving the campsite or camp area. So we're gonna take full advantage of this. Especially since the old camp area, is where the accidents happen. If this is the old camp area. Like I said, it's kind of unverified. Excuse me. It's kind of unverified. But, let's try it. And already seeing some eyes glowing in the night is giving me hope. We got Spirit Talker up. And let's see if we hear anything. If there's anything out here that would like to communicate with me, please feel free. My name is Dan. I mean to take nothing from you. All I want is to learn about this land and the secrets that are here. If you'd like to communicate with me, please use this device I have in my hand. Simply talk to it like you're talking to me, and I will be able to hear your response. If not, if you don't want to communicate, please don't make me feel like you were pressured to or obligated to. I don't mean to come here and order you around and demand and trespass on your property. First one we got is bored. Like wooden board, not like I'm bored. Is there anything I should know about this land? I've heard there's been accidents here. Lad. Board and lad. Oh, this is an old trail too. This is an old trail as well, guys. Look at this. See it? See how it runs straight through there? I think this is a spot. I think that this was the old campsite. Because there's a bunch of these old trails running everywhere. Yeah, dude, this was 100% an old trail. Look at that. Can you tell me if this was an old campsite? Good morrow. What is this? Board, lad, good morrow. Can you tell me if I'm staying on an old campsite that used to be here? Yeah. Tent's looking creepy, dude. Just sitting in the darkness. Tent's looking real creepy right now.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. You're very welcome. Would you mind if I asked you some questions? If you just like to talk or ask me questions, that's completely fine as well.
My name is Virginia.
My name is Virginia. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for giving me your name. My name is Dan. Is there anything you can tell me about this area, Virginia? Did you live here? Is there anything I should be worried? River. What about the river? Body of water. Because there's been reports of those drownings too. What about the river? Richard. If you'd like to communicate, let me know. It doesn't have to be through this device if you're uncomfortable with it. That we could try something else. Maybe you can make a sound for me, like maybe break a stick, or step on something. Maybe shake a branch. What do you think? Did you do that? You see me. Were you the one that I saw by the tree with the eyes? That's weird. That's really weird that they say you see me as I'm looking in the exact same direction that I saw that thing. Was that you who I saw? Look at that. And that arch. That tree arch.
We love talking.
We love talking. Do you think you think that's a sign of Bigfoot? That tree arch right there? Or does that not really fit the pattern? I've recently started doing some Bigfoot hunting, and I know nothing about it. So I'm trying to learn. And people are telling me signs to look out for, and I know one of them is arches and tree teepees. So, trying to see if that's it. We love talking. So, if you love talking, I take that as you'd like to communicate with me then. Is that right? Is that a fair thing for me to think? Anytime you don't want to communicate, please don't be afraid or shy. Tell me. I just saw eyes again. I saw them right between that gap in the trees. To the right of that skinny tree. I just saw someone looking at me. Far down the trail, though.
Can't breathe.
Can't breathe. Did this area used to be a campground? Got bugs trying to crawl up my nose right now. Karl? Oh, no way. No way, dude. That was a very crisp scream if I had ever heard one. Right when we get call, followed up by jail. Weird. Yo, dude, that was 100% a scream. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. Coming from that way. Coming from right down that trail. Liam, jail, Liam. Dude, okay. The air is getting cool right here, too. The air is getting very, very cool, and it's not like a breeze. It's not like a breeze is coming over this area. It's just, it feels cold. It feels like it's chilly out. I mean, it kind of is, but like, it's a temperature change for sure. Right here. It's like I crossed some imaginary line right there, and it got super cold out. And that was, so we had three things happen at once. We got Spirit Talker say call, heard a scream, and that's right when it got cold. Now, no, because it's not
All around you.
we're all around you. We're all around you, it said. This is where I heard the scream come from, like down this way. There's another trail. This trail looks like it's way less traveled too. Way less travel. It wraps around the back of where my campsite is.
There's bad energy.
There's bad energy, dude. Yes, that's how it feels with like this cold air. Why is there bad energy here? I'm gonna head back towards the camp. I just don't want to get too far away right now.
The church.
The church. Was there a church here?
I didn't want to die.
Didn't want to die. What killed you? How did you die? Go away, moth. Oh, man. 13. Well, I'm going to end this method of communication right now, so if you'd like to speak in a little bit, I would be very, very happy to hear you. I'd be very happy to talk again. But I'm going to end this method of communication with you for now. Thank you for your answers. So that was definitely a very interesting few minutes we had there. Just getting into the forest, and that's very reassuring. Especially that scream. That was a very, very clear scream, it sounded like. Very, very clear. So a lot of the times if I hear something scream in the forest, I always second guess, like maybe it's, a coyote or a fox, a raccoon getting attacked by something or whatever. But this time it sounded like very clear, very distinct, I guess you could say. Yeah, so I'm going to take just a little bit of a break. I'm going to film my intro, which I haven't filmed yet. And, yeah, then we'll be back, and we'll definitely be doing some more tests out here. I'm going to try Necrometer. and see what that brings, see if it likes communicating with that any better. And I also brought my spirit box, so I might try that as well, depending on what we get. All right, I'll see you guys shortly. I'm back. We are going to try some Necrometer. I just filmed my intro, took a little bit of a rest because my arms were sore from holding the camera. Yes, I am that weak, I guess. Not really. I went to the gym. I just did arm day. My arms are sore. I know, excuses. You guys don't want to hear it. It's cool. I get it. But, yeah, we're going to do some Necrometer around this area. I'm going to set the camera up on a tripod, and I'm going to focus this way. My tent is right over here. I'm going to be focusing this way, and I'm going to set up another light facing towards the darkness. And I will be walking around in front of the camera, and yeah, so we'll have some extra light, and yeah, it should be interesting. I kind of done that way before, but yeah, let's try it and see what we get. All right, guys, so I switched plans. I decided to focus my investigation more towards this way, because this is where we heard the screams and everything like that. I set the camera ISO. I'll explain that in a second. I adjusted the camera so it can receive a lot more brightness than usual, so the picture may be a little bit grainy. But yeah, we're just going to focus our investigation right around here and see if we see anything in these trees while I do Necrometer. I don't know. That's what we're going to try and figure out, I guess. But anyway, a real quick explanation. I said I adjusted the camera's ISO. What that is it's the sensitivity of the sensor, the camera sensor, to light. So the higher the ISO, the more light the camera will pick up. But on the other end of that, the worse the picture will get. So the quality will go down. It'll kind of start looking like a little staticky TV, especially on larger screens. But you will be able to see a little bit more. If I adjusted the ISO to something that it should be at right now, should be this, you're not going to see much. You can barely see my hand right here. So, but we jacked the ISO up because we want to see in the dark as best as possible. So we're going to put it there. So sorry. That's why the picture may be a little bit more blurry. That's why the picture may look like an old school TV. So let's get into some Necrometer and see if we get any responses off of that. Necrometer, where are you? Necrometer, where are you? Never mind. I was trying to do the jingle of the old Munsters TV show, but that TV show jingle was nothing like what I just did. That was stupid. Anyways, all right, let's do it. Necrometer is on. Let's see if it likes communicating through this any better than what we tried before. If you're still here and would like to communicate with me, please do so through this device. I was just about to leave. Okay. Well, I'm glad I caught you before you left. Would you like to communicate with me some more? I'm guessing you would, since you responded to that.
Jeffrey.
Tension, Jeffrey. Can you tell me about this area at all?
1800s.
1800s. Was this area founded in the 1800s? Can you tell me if there was a campground on this piece of land where I am right now? Did this used to be a campground? Among the victims. Were you among the victims? We just got among the victims, dude. Were you among the victims that were here? No, something is moving over there.
What's your name?
Hi, what's your name? My name is Dan. What is your name?
Dessert spoon.
Dessert spoon. I just saw something moving over there, or heard something, I should say, moving over there. Was that just you moving that I heard? Was that you? That's somebody else. Could you tell me about a creature that lives in this forest? A tall creature that lives in this forest that has attacked people, that doesn't like people here? Could you tell me anything about that? Emery. Am I alone here? Or is there something with me? Okay, yeah, I'll take that as I'm not alone. What in the was that, dude? I'll think Jeffrey was invoked. Ah. There's something moving over there. I think that was a small animal, but I heard that stick absolutely shatter from right over there. Who's Jeffrey? Can you tell me who Jeffrey is? Say Jeffrey was invoked. Who is that, and why is he invoked? Richard. Who is Jeffrey? Can you tell me who Jeffrey is? Do you not want to talk anymore? Guys, I do not know what happened. So I sat around and we didn't really get much substantial after the last response that you heard. Well, the last one you probably heard, because it was like Jeffrey was invoked was the last one I really remember. Then something after that, and I think that was about it. And I was sitting around, and dude, I don't know how to put this, guys, but like, as I was standing there listening for responses and asking questions, like, it felt like something heard whistling in the woods. That's weird. There's no birds out this time of night. I just heard 4 whistles. You probably heard it. There's no birds out this time of night at all. What was that? But anyway, so as I was standing there, it felt like somebody came up to me with their hands, okay? Like, what I can only explain is like oversized hands, like this. And then I'm between them, and it's pushing. I just felt this pressure like on my chest and on my back. Like if somebody was like this and like pushing it together. Like I couldn't breathe. I was taking like that. And I don't know. Like I shut off the app, and when I shut it off, it felt like I was released. Like as soon as I hit like that power off button, it felt like everything was fine. I don't know what it is about this place, but it really feels like something truly sinister lives in this forest. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like something bad is here with me. That's never happened before, where it's like, it felt like I was like in a vice, and like the pressure was just getting stronger and stronger on my chest and on my back, and then it was like I had the switch to turn it off when I shut off that app. So it makes me think like leaving that communication open let something, like, for lack of a better word, like attack me. And then when I shut it shut off that connection. And I do not like, 100%, I did not like the response of Jeffrey was invoked. I do not like that. It just, that stuff like scares, chills me to the bone. Like, I'm cool with cryptids, like, you know, whatever, like Bigfoot, but like stuff getting invoked from who knows where, man, that's a little bit above my pay grade. So I don't know. I'm gonna rest though. I'm gonna rest, and let's see how we're feeling, and I'll pick it up in a few hours. But yeah, I'm gonna chill inside the tent, doom scroll, kind of like refresh myself. Doom scroll on TikTok and Reels, kind of like refresh myself. A little bit of water, a little snack, and see if I can't sleep a little bit, and then yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Alright guys, so a little bit of an update. I am getting out of here right now. Right now, dude, like, I didn't have the camera rolling because I have only finite batteries. So I only brought 2 batteries and one's only half charge. So usually I leave the camera on all night in case we get anything. But I was like, all right, I'll just lay down. I'm probably not going to sleep, so I don't need the camera on because I'm just going to, get out and film some more. So I was sitting there scrolling away on my phone, and once again, it felt like something came up to me while I was laying down just scrolling and put both of its hands into my chest and started pushing me into the ground. It was like I could not move at all. This has been probably about 2 hours since the last shot that you saw me, because I was scrolling for a while, just sitting around. Then when I laid down, it felt like, yeah, something was just pushing down on me. And it just, dude, it does not, I'm sorry, I don't care. Like, you can yell at me in the comments like, oh, you never stay the night anywhere, dude. I don't care. I'm not staying here tonight. I'm terrified right now. I am absolutely terrified right now. Dude, I don't know how to explain it. It was like I was laying there and something came up to me and it was just like, with all of its weight, pushing into my chest. And then I rolled to the left and it stopped. I don't know. Maybe I have some weird medical condition, but it doesn't make any sense. That's never happened before in my life. And it wasn't like I was short of breath. It was like I could feel physical pressure on my chest. There's something running around. What is it? I'm hearing stuff everywhere now. What is that? But there's nothing good here. This is definitely a forest that is 110% evil. There's nothing good here. I see why people stay away from it. Yeah, I'm out. Alright guys, here is the final word. I'm back at my house, obviously, and I've had plenty of time to reflect on the events of what had happened, and I have been unable to come to a definite conclusion of what quite took place in the forest. The only thing I can think of for sure is that I was attacked by something that I couldn't see, something that just did not want me to be there. So yeah, no, that was terrifying. I know I've said that a few times, but like, until you're in that position, until like you can feel something that you can't see, like trying to like restrict your breathing, like attack you, like there's no other word for it. Like until you're in that position, you don't get it. You feel helpless. Like there's nothing that can be done because you can't see whatever. But at the same time, like, it feels like, am I going crazy? Like, is this actually something, or like, am I imagining all this and I have a bad case of indigestion? like for real, it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's very weird. Very, very weird. And it's not something I like. But I'm glad I'm out of there. Yeah, it sucks. I really wanted to stay. But after that, I was like, no, there's no way. There has to be, this is the reason why everybody's terrified of this place. This is definitely the reason why people don't come here. Because of stuff like that. It's so, I don't know. Yeah, a lot happened in a short span of time. I was only out there probably from the time I pulled up to the time I left 5 hours or so, about, give or take. Yeah, no, that place is intense, and I'm not going back there. There's no way. I'm not going back there. No, I'm not going back there unless this video gets 1,000 likes. Oh no, man, I would stay away from that place by all means. But all right, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna get this footage onto the computer, go through it, and see what I missed, and start editing it so you guys have something to watch. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of this, and of course, I'm sure I don't even have to say this because it'll happen anyways. Make sure to laugh at me for running out of the forest. Oh man, but no, seriously, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Have you had anything similar happen to you? And what could that cryptid be that I described? What could that cryptid be? 8 to 9 feet tall, brown fur, head and snout of kind of like a dog, long clawed hands, but legs with knees that bend backwards and not forwards. What could that be? And it doesn't fit a description of anything I've ever heard of or seen before. So if you guys have any idea what that could be, also leave that for me in the comments. But yeah, dude, I'm going to end it here. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Thanks for being with me tonight. There's definitely an adventure. That's for sure. Yeah. I got a few more places to hit this next coming week, so there will be some new videos. I'm also getting my RV roadworthy again, so we'll have some RV camping videos. Let me know in the comments if you want to see some RV camping videos, or maybe you don't, maybe you like tent only. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, big shout out to our patrons and our YouTube channel members. Guys, thank you for being here and making tonight's video possible. Thank you for everybody for tuning in and hanging out with me tonight and taking an hour or 45 minutes or however long this video ends up being out of your day and spending it with me and watching my escapades. I am forever grateful for that. Social media links are also in the description, and yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you very soon on the next video. Have a good night or day wherever you're at, and peace out.